Hey guys, it's Jason or Stealthy SK, and today I'm going to be bringing you a Cyclone Forbidden Rite cast on crit build. Now before I go into the build and the backstory on it, I'm going to show you some clips, and then we'll go over the POB. Alright, well that was a little showcase of what the build can do. It can pretty much do everything in the game, besides like 5 away carries, just because it can't clear that big of an area. But you can tell it can just shred through everything in the game. So just a little bit of backstory. When I started this game, I was infatuated with the skill Cyclone. I thought it looked really cool, and I thought the clear was awesome. Unfortunately, I played it when it wasn't meta and I didn't know what I was doing. I did, although, keep the build intact, so I still have all the stuff that it was. All it was straight Cyclone, so it was obviously a pretty trash build. At least I had capped reses at the time, which I didn't know about that. But this is what inspired me to make this build, the Cast on Crit Cyclone. Now this is going to be different than any build you see on PUB. Me and a buddy went through hours and hours of looking through to make sure I can min-max every single thing I have in this build. The POB numbers are a little bit wrong, like the energy shields like off by 1500 and stuff like that, but the basics are still here. Starting with the weapon, I went with a claw. You can start with the fractured either attack speed or crit. And I think Subtractem has a guide on how to craft this, so you just follow that and try to get a good tree on it. This build is going to be stacking cold res, so the only thing you're looking for on the tree for the Aegis Aurora is +3 to maximum cold res, which gives you 3 to all cold res due to the melting of the flesh. For the body armor, you can go for any of the Skin of the Lords. Arrow dancing doesn't benefit me, but it doesn't also break the build, so just make sure you get something that either benefits you or doesn't make it so you can't use the build. For the gloves, I just got a fractured base, spam dexterity essences on it until I got attack speed, an energy shield, and also the res was nice at the time. And then I put 43% increased damage while leeching. For the Eldritch Implicit, make sure you get +1 to maximum cold, because again we're stacking that, which gives you +1 to everything. Now to note, if you do use the highest Eldritch Implicit and then you Orb of Conflict it, you can get 2% cold res. Just know it's going to be very expensive. Now for the boots, I did mess up on these. They're very good boots, but you don't need the Onslaught because you'll have permanent Onslaught due to Mage Blood in your flask. So instead of Onslaught, you get 100% chill resistance. Obviously, you're going to be using Ashes of the Stars. It's just the best one you can use. And then we allocate Charisma. So originally, I couldn't fit this movement speed suffix in because I needed to have the extra res. But getting this 2-stone ring with as much res as I got was able to cap it out, so I was able to use the extra movement speed. This next ring is just a big damage ring with double implicit. I just bought this and it had everything I need on it. Evasion rating is kind of useless to me, but I was able to put maximum energy shield, and it has global crit strike multiplier and chaos damage, which is very, very nice. Now unfortunately this build does use Mage Blood, so it's going to be very, very expensive, but if you can get your hands on it, you do want to get the Enemies Withered enchant. It takes off 6% all reses to every mob because you pretty much have it 100% uptime. Now to quick go over the jewels. A lot of these you can buy, like the Basics Pain and Quick Getaway is pretty cheap, but you can roll these all very, very simply. All you're going to do is transmute to get it magic. You're going to orb alt until you get 1 prefix or 1 suffix or both of what you want. If you just get 1, you're going to augment it, and at that step, if you have 2 of what you need, you're going to regal, and if it bricks, you're going to scour. If it doesn't brick, you're going to exalt. And that's pretty much how I made all my jewels. So the server tick rate is 33 milliseconds. So you want to get 52% cooldown reduction, which I get from elevating boots plus awaken cast on critical strike. And once you get that, just make sure your trigger rate is less than 10.1. Otherwise, you'll be doing like half your DPS. If you have the same gear, you will have crit chance 100%. I'm not sure why it's not showing 100% right now. Oh, there it goes. By the end of the build, you can easily get reses upwards of 86%. You used to be able to get 90, but they nerfed Purity of Ice, and also a couple other things. So 86 is where I capped off. The tree is pretty self-explanatory. I just got everything that has crit, attack speed, and energy shield, and that's pretty much the build. plus the Ascendancy up here, which I'll be linking in the description. Besides that, if you have any questions, you can comment down below. For the cheaper version of this build, you probably can still do it, but it'd be around 50 divine is like the minimum you can pay. And I think there might be some builds on POB with a cheaper build you can look at, but I honestly don't know how to build it. I had Mage's Blood from the beginning. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. Peace.